Hello everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez, and this is the Weekly Report, your look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. If your neighborhood is going above and beyond to be green, we want to hear from you. The Green Neighborhood Recognition Program recognizes communities working to improve sustainability. Registered neighborhoods may apply online at kcmo.gov/kcgreen through July 31st to be a KC Green neighborhood. The city will award neighborhoods a platinum, gold, or silver designation based on the green initiatives they've implemented. Winners will be announced this fall. It's hot out there, isn't it? If your home does not have air conditioning, please make it a point to visit a public building each day, such as a community center, for at least several hours during the day. The city's swimming pools and free spray grounds may also provide some relief. Check out kcparks.org for a complete list of community centers and spray grounds to locate the one nearest you. Summer is also a great time for social gatherings and backyard barbecues with family and friends. But keep in mind, a party can go bad real fast if you don't keep certain food items at the proper temperature. Watch this helpful video from the health department with tips to avoid problems.
Hi, I'm Heidi Markle with KC Parks. July is National Park and Recreation Month, which means it's time to get your play on. Discover the power of play with Kansas City Parks and Recreation as we celebrate all month long. Tag pictures of you, your family, and friends enjoying our events, attractions, and facilities with the hashtags PlayOnJuly and KC Parks. A groundbreaking for a new monument in Ilis Davis Park honoring the Native sons and daughters of Greater Kansas City will take place on Thursday, July 20th at 10 a.m. The Native Sons and Daughters is an organization dedicated to the historic preservation of the unique and rich heritage of the Greater Kansas City metropolitan area. Stop by the groundbreaking for a free hot dog and enjoy entertainment by a Dixieland jazz band. Kansas City's official Park and Recreation Month celebration, the Big Picnic, takes place on Sunday, July 23rd, as KC Parks and the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art host the biggest picnic the region has ever seen. The Donald J. Hall Sculpture Park and Tice Park will be linked to become a giant space for all to come together for an evening of free, fun family activities. Details at kcparks.org. Kansas City's newest off-leash dog park is opening on Saturday, July 29th at 4 p.m. The West Terrace Dog Park, located at 750 Pennsylvania Street, is an enclosed 1.5-acre park featuring fantastic views of the West Bottoms and Missouri River. Amenities include benches, park stairs, shade pavilion with picnic tables, swipe card entry, and 2 drinking fountains. Visit our website for opening information and park updates. To learn more about these or other events Kansas City Parks and Recreation has to offer, visit kcparks.org and click on the calendar. Or give us a call at 816-513-7500.
My name is Sarah. I've been a keeper here at the Kansas City Zoo for 3 years and on my team for over 2 years. I'm on Team Australasia, so we take care of all of the Asian and Australian animals. That includes orangutans, all the animals on the tiger trails, and then the woodland aviary, all of the kangaroos and wallabies, and tree kangaroo. So I knew I wanted to work with animals ever since I was little. When I was little, I would walk around on the creek and pretend like I was Steve Irwin or Jeff Corwin. So I always knew I wanted to do something with animals. Whenever I went into college, I definitely knew I wanted to become a zookeeper when I took some of my captive wild animal classes. So a misconception that someone may have is that I get holidays and weekends off. A lot of the time my family will ask me, oh, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? What are you doing for Christmas? And I have to say, I'm going to the zoo and I'm gonna go take care of my animals, because the animals don't get breaks or holidays like everyone else. My favorite part about this job is that I'm extremely passionate about it. It does not feel like a job when I wake up in the morning at 5 a.m. to come into work at 6. I'm actually super excited. I've been missing my animals all my weekend, so I'm excited to see how everyone's doing, say hello to all my animals. So that's a huge thing for me, is that I get to do what I love every single day.
Wednesday marked the hottest day yet this year, but that didn't stop public works crews from doing what they do best. Street maintenance crews are out all day long working through the heat and making repairs. We caught up with equipment operator Otis Richardson to ask him how he stays cool during these dog days of summer.
Don't eat too many heavy foods, just eat light foods, eat a lot of fruit, just drink a lot of, water. And sometimes, I just really don't think about the heat, really. I'm just gonna get the job done and get it on out the way. It makes it a little bit more easier when you do it like that. I'd rather work in the heat. The cold, I'm gonna have to put on too many clothes, and then I gotta get adjusted. Normally, if it's like snow removal or something like that, I gotta keep rolling the window down, get myself adjusted, get in and out, cut the heat on, cut the heat off. I'd rather just have the heat. Today, I put it like that today.
We are having a cleanup in the Key Coalition neighborhood. We have boundaries from 27th to 35th Street, Prospect to Woodland. And it's been a long time coming that we get this type of initiative going on this grand a scale, but it's one that's very welcomed by our community and very needed by our community. I would say that over 60% of our residents are 75 and older, and because of that, we're limited on how much they can actually contribute to maintaining the entire community. They do a good job of maintaining what's theirs, but in our neighborhood, we are blessed, we shall say, with a number of vacant properties and properties that are owned by absentee landlords. We're very limited on what we can do to make an improvement in those areas. And in some cases, the grass outgrows me, but we're able to at least cut the curb line and try and keep a safe walking path for residents. I got involved because as a child I had a lot of senior citizens or who were senior citizens who had watched out for me walking back and forth to school. We had that community group of kids that we'd walk by a house, pick up a kid and keep walking to school. And all the residents, they watched out for us, they looked out for us and made sure nothing happened, and often called our parents when we were doing things we had no business doing and getting chastised for those things. When I got involved, we reached a point where a number of those people who were caregivers and protectors of us, they had actually become of an age where they needed protection. So it felt good for me to get back involved or engage with the neighborhood in a way that I could assist them and help care for them in a way that I felt they helped care for me when I was growing up. So to see this today and to have this happening today is just a feeling I can't even really describe. It's a level of awesomeness I don't think you get unless maybe you win the World Series or the presidency or something, but you know, I'm sure it's up on that level. I'm just really thrilled.
The Negro Leagues Baseball Museum is a hub of activity with exhibitions and tours and related programs, including an event, the Hot Dog Festival, that is coming up on August 12th that is supported by the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund. Here to tell us more about what's happening at the museum is Dr. Ray Doswell, the Vice President of Curatorial Services. Dr. Ray, thank you for having us here today.
We're glad to have you.
Can you give us, for people especially who've never been to the Baseball Museum, can you give us some background as to when the Baseball Museum was established and why it was established?
The museum was initially established in 1990 when a group of local historians and former baseball players wanted to highlight the history of African American baseball in this area. And Kansas City is significant to that national story, in that the Negro National League, the first successful grouping or league of all black baseball teams, was founded here at the historic YMCA on the Paseo Boulevard. Those local business people and entrepreneurs and others came together, wanted to create a monument to that legacy, and thus the Baseball Museum was formed in a small office in the Lincoln Building, then a larger display in the Lincoln Building, and through the help and support of the city as part of the 18th and Vine Museum Complex, and we share the building with the American Jazz Museum. And many of our visitors are from out of town. I'd say if you can come to the museum at any given time, and you will hear from people from all over the country, and occasionally all over the world, folks who are baseball fans, folks who are history fans. Maybe they know a little bit about baseball history or African American history. When they come here, they get the broad story, the broad scope of this history.
Can you tell us about the Hot Dog Festival that's coming up in a few weeks?
The Baseball Museum is pleased to offer the Heart of America Hot Dog Festival, which is an annual salute to the connections between baseball and that great American treat, the hot dog. It's an idea that our president, Bob Kendrick, came up with, and it's just a great community music festival, primarily with the support of the NTDF and the city, as well as our great sponsors, Hy-Vee, Pepsi, and Farmland. We're able to provide thousands of hot dogs for fans to come and purchase and help raise money for the museum. And we've got an all-star lineup. If you're into funk and R&B, we have After 7 and Zap, which are great historic funk and R&B bands, as well as our local favorites, Bloodstone, who were pioneers in old school R&B music, among some other talent as well. So folks can come out and get some food, hear some great music, and enjoy the outdoors.
Well, this is your 4th year, so how many people do you anticipate this year?
We've anticipated close to well over 3,000, maybe even as high as 7,000 to 10,000 folks. It's a little bit different this year. We have a little bit more space to work with. Normally the event is on the north side of the museum complex near the Gregg Center, but because of construction of the Youth Baseball Academy, we moved it now to the median at Paseo, between Paseo and 18th Street and Truman Road. So we have a little bit more space to work with, and so we anticipate big crowds and are praying for great weather for our event.
And you not only have locals come, you have people from out of town come. Would you say that's a pretty significant percentage of your attendees?
The primary core of those folks who are coming to the festival are mostly our local patrons who live in and around the neighborhood and in Kansas City. But because the museum is such a great national attraction, we expect a lot of folks in from out of town who come. We have a great membership base out of town as well, so they want to support, and this is a wonderful opportunity for them to come into town, see the museum again, and of course enjoy great music. And it's one of the last opportunities to do something fun before school starts and before the end of summer.
And if people want more information about these events, your exhibitions, where would they go?
Well, tickets for the Hot Dog Festival are available through Eventbrite, but you can link there at our website, which is www.nlbm.com. We also are on Facebook as well, so you can go to the museum site on Facebook, which has lots of great news and information about our exhibits, traveling exhibits, and other activities that are happening around the nation related to Negro Leagues history. And you can follow our president, Bob Kendrick, on Twitter at NLBMPrez. That's the official Twitter account for the museum.
And you have tickets that are on sale for the Hot Dog Festival, but after the 21st, is that when the price goes up a little bit?
That's right. We have a special offer for folks right now. It's a really special offer. $10 for adults, $5 for children for the Hot Dog Festival. That sale ends on on July 21st. But what you get with that special offer is that you also get a free hot dog and a free drink with your ticket. But that ends on July 21st. Well, we're thankful. We're thankful for the support of the city that recognizes what we do here and the attraction that we are for folks from out of town. All the entities in the city, including City Hall, NTDF, the Convention and Visitors Association, all have been very supportive of our efforts, and we want to keep that going.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for having us here today.
You're welcome.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/ntdf.
The 4th annual Charlie Parker celebration kicks off August 17th. The 10-day celebration includes events throughout the city. Featured performers include saxophonist Tivion Pennicott and acclaimed pianist Sullivan Fortner. For a complete schedule and to purchase tickets, go to charlieparkercelebration.com. The Public Improvements Advisory Committee, also called PIAC, invites residents to voice their ideas at a series of citywide and district hearings. This is your chance to help pick improvements for your own neighborhood. PIAC funds typically are used for flood control, storm drainage, street resurfacing, bridge repairs, traffic signals, tree trimming and planting, as well as improvements to parks and trails. Upcoming district hearings will be held on Wednesday, July 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Country Club Congregational Church, 205 West 65th Street in Brookside, and Thursday, July 27th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the East Patrol Police Station at 27th and Prospect. Citywide hearings are scheduled for Friday, August 11th on the 10th floor of City Hall, which is located at 12th and Oak. It runs 9:30 to noon. Also Tuesday, August 15th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Grace and Holy Trinity Episcopal Church, 415 West 13th Street. Residents can also submit requests online at kcmo.gov/PIAC, P-I-A-C. You can also request a form by calling 816-513-8828 or emailing piac@kcmo.org. The complete list of summer PIAC hearings is available online on the city's website. Just go to kcmo.gov/PIAC. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. To view this program again or any other Channel 2 videos, go to kcmo.gov and search Channel 2. That page has a link to our YouTube channel where you can find all of our great programs and you can view them on demand. I'm Chris Hernandez. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.